All right, let's dive right in. The world of AI is moving at lightning speed, but every now and then, something comes along that's not just an update, it's a fundamental leap. Today, we're talking about one of those leaps, Google's Gemini. We're going to break down what makes it so different and why it might just change, well, everything.
So we've all had our minds blown by AI that can whip up an essay or create some jaw-dropping art. That stuff is incredible, no doubt. But it also hints at a kind of ceiling, an invisible wall. And breaking through that wall, well, that's the next evolution of AI.
And that really gets to the heart of it, right? We know AI can perform these tasks. It can write, it can draw. But is it really understanding things in the way we do, in a connected, holistic way? Or are we just talking to a bunch of super smart but totally separate specialists? For the most part, yeah, they've been separate tools. Think about it. You've got one model that's a language genius because it read a good chunk of the internet, and you have a completely different model that's a visual artist because it was trained on billions of images. They're both powerful, for sure, but they don't, natively speak the same language. Okay, so that's the challenge. And this is exactly where Google's Gemini comes into the picture. It was designed from the very beginning to be different. It's built to solve that exact problem of separation, creating a much more flexible and, honestly, a much more powerful kind of AI. The secret ingredient here is a concept called native multimodality. Now I know that sounds super technical, but the idea behind it is actually incredibly simple. Just think about how you experience the world. You see things, you hear things, you read things, all at the same time. Your brain just gets it. It combines everything. Well, Gemini was built to do the same thing with information. Text, images, audio, even code, they're all its native languages, right from the start. And this comparison really drives the point home. The old way, what you see on the left, was basically stitching different models together. It's a bit of a patchwork. It works, but it can be clunky. Gemini is a whole different beast. It's one single unified model that's fluent in all these different types of information from day one. This isn't just a small upgrade. It's a completely different blueprint for how to build AI. But a new architecture like this can't be a one-size-fits-all deal. To be truly useful, it's gotta be flexible. So Google didn't just build one version of Gemini, they built it as a family with one core model that comes in 3 different sizes. So let's break down this family. First up, you've got Gemini Ultra. This is the beast, the absolute powerhouse designed for the biggest, most complex jobs you can throw at it. Then you have Pro, which is the versatile all-rounder. It's the perfect balance of power and speed for most everyday applications. And then there's Nano. This is the super efficient one, designed to run right on your phone, bringing all this intelligence directly into your pocket without needing the cloud. Okay, this all sounds great in a lab, but where does the rubber meet the road? Where are we actually going to see this thing? Let's take a look at Gemini out there in the wild. And this really is the core idea. This is not some far-off research project that's going to sit on a shelf. The entire goal is to weave this power into the Google products you and I already use, making this advanced tech a real, practical part of our daily lives. Check this out, because this is a perfect example of that multimodal magic. Imagine you snap a photo of your pantry. You got some pasta, a can of tomatoes, maybe an onion. You just show Gemini the picture and ask, what can I make for dinner? Now, because it's natively multimodal, it looks at the image and understands your question at the same time. It's not just seeing pixels, it's identifying ingredients and connecting them to your request to cook up a recipe for you. That's real reasoning. So where is this stuff right now? Well, it's the new brain behind the Gemini conversational AI, which used to be Bard. It's rolling out new features on Google's Pixel phones, thanks to that speedy Nano model. It's being used to make Google search smarter. And it's also being given to developers and businesses so they can build their own amazing AI tools on top of it. This all leads to the big question, right? Now that this new foundation is being laid, what's next? What does this mean for the future? If you take away just one thing, let it be this. We are moving away from an era where AI was amazing at processing information to a new era where it's starting to genuinely understand it. That jump from processing to understanding, that's the whole ballgame. That's the leap Gemini represents. And that leaves us with a pretty fascinating thought to chew on. We've been talking about multimodality as basically giving AI senses, the ability to see, read, and listen all at once. So if an AI can perceive and connect information in ways that our human brains just aren't built for, what will it see in the world that we don't? What new patterns, what new solutions, what new ideas might it find that have been hiding in plain sight this whole time? That's something to think about.